Hello. I am so happy to be back doing a video without being in the state I was the last time I did a video for you. I have to tell you, it took every part of my being to not take that video down because it was showing such a private moment for me, extremely vulnerable to have that out there. But I ultimately decided that I needed to keep it up no matter what, that I was committed to sharing an authentic healing process with inside of this video blog. And if I took it down, that would just destroy that commitment, basically. What I haven't done is kept up on coming on here every day, and part of that is because just some days I'm just so tired, and I was really focused on, I really accepted that I needed to just be in the cocoon in the last few days. I was clearly in resistance of the healing process. And one correction I will make is that I was saying that I was ignoring my body, but it actually wasn't something physical that I was ignoring. I was ignoring something on a deeper level, which is just the fact that I'm in a healing process. So it wasn't like my body was screaming, that I was in pain and I wasn't responding. It was just more like being in defiance of the fact that I should be lying low and resting. And maybe some of that was a little bit naive. But I definitely was in resistance. I think when you're healing from anything, that's kind of an interesting thing to think about. It seems like we're always healing from something, always in that process. But when you're really healing from something, that accepting the process, accepting that, I'm going to be in this cocoon, I'm going to be turned to mush, and it is going to feel like I'm dying. That's part of it, that kind of surrendering to the process that I wasn't doing. And through the help of several friends, one of them, my wonderful friend Tara, who happens to be a nurse, she called me right after seeing that video, actually, and we spoke for about an hour, and she's really good at setting me straight. And she's a nurse, so she knows a lot about the healing process, and she's been through a lot herself. So she said to me she reminded me the importance of patience, and she said, maybe now you know why we call you a patient. So I knew when she said that's what I had to make peace with and make a friend of, just patience and an acceptance of what is so. It was interesting because this sort of phrase downloaded to me: remember to breathe, be in the flow, not resisting what is so. It was like that just hit me all at once. And as soon as I got it, I felt that surrender. It was like, okay, what if this is exactly where I'm supposed to be right now? What if this is for my highest good? And I am absolutely meant to go through this right now. That this isn't something put upon me or that I'm some kind of a victim of it. This is actually where I'm supposed to be. And I was reminded that, look, you're not going to really be able to enjoy those mountaintops unless you have really traversed the valleys below. So these thoughts started coming to me and giving me a lot of peace and acceptance. And of course, the biggest of them all was thinking about people who have been in unspeakable situations. Not really unspeakable, but situations of horror and grief and pain and loss that are just like my situation pales in comparison to, and how I've seen those people completely turn their lives around and find a just beautiful sense of gratitude and joy and purpose despite what they've been through, despite horrific things they've been through. And that inspired me. I thought, who am I to be such, such a wuss here? Who am I to think that, my situation is so bad? I mean, I'm healing. I'm gonna be fine. And there are people who go through things that they don't heal from, that change their life forever. I'm very lucky. I realize that now, counting my blessings. So anyway, I've shifted, and I recognize that another thing that I need to work on, my friend Carrie Lauer, she pointed this out to me. She's like, you need to speak up. You need to speak up when you need something. That's that whole other side of what I'm trying to shift for myself on the emotional and spiritual level, is the supporting myself. And I have never really been good about asking for support or help. Been like fiercely independent and thinking that that's how I needed to be. But you know what? I don't think it's good for us. I really don't. I think we need each other. I think we need each other more than we realize. I know that when my mom and Nicole and Leo and my daughters were all in my living room, I felt so good just being with them. I know that when Carrie came over and brought me groceries and cooked foods, I felt lighter, supported. I didn't feel, what's wrong with me that I can't just, buck up and deal with this on my own. Makes me want to break into a Streisand tune from Funny Girl. But I promise you I won't do that. I'm going to spare you of that moment. Anyway, I'm happy to know that I need my friends. And I can't wait until I can be there for others like everyone has been there for me. So my doctor's appointment was fabulous. My incisions are closed up. They are healing well. I can't wait to take a bath. I can't decide if it's going to be a bubble bath or if it's going to be an Epsom salt bath. But it's going to be a bath, and it's going to be awesome. And it's going to be warm and lush and luxurious. And I'm released now to do physical therapy. And I'm totally thrilled because I will never take my body for granted again. I can't wait. I'm going to transform my body. I'm going to look different when I come out of this. I'm still at the window of 3 months, which is a very fragile period. Like, I have to be very careful with the fusion. So, physical therapy. They did say I could do Pilates, but to be careful. And that it'll take a full year, actually, for the fusion to be totally solid. But after 3 months, you're really freed up, and which is really exciting because the fabulous Jonathan Pryce with Sky Pilot Theater Company is going to be, his new musical is going up, and I want to be in it. I'm going to be in it. I'm just stating that to the universe. I want to play Ariel. And I'm excited because I'll be well enough to audition for that. Life is good. Life is really good. I'm feeling really good right now. Thank you. Good night.